worst person ever about filming, and I know, and I'm horrible. We are now 13 weeks out, I believe. I just wanted to really quickly show you my healthy hot chocolate recipe, and it's the simplest thing in life. Like, it's the simplest recipe. It has 35 calories. So I think it has the same calorie count as like a sugar-free hot chocolate packet, but I just like this better. So I'm gonna show you guys because I'm not gonna make it because it's just so simple. Well, I am gonna make it, but I'm not gonna show you how. Literally a cup of unsweetened cashew milk, or you can use whatever kind of milk you want, you know, whatever. 1 stevia packet. I'm just gonna use this little guy right here, and 5 grams of unsweetened cocoa powder. And I'm gonna heat the milk up for like a minute 30 roughly, and then I will add these two, and I like to use this little milk frother thing to blend it all together, so that way there's no chunks. And that is literally it, and it is delicious, and I love it, and I love adding like cinnamon sometimes. But yeah, it's snowing, so hot chocolate is the greatest, and yeah, it's excellent. Also, I don't know, I won something for once in my life. I won this shirt from, I think it's pronounced Lifted Apparel, and it says Woman Up, and I am obsessed with the fact that it says that because it's just awesome. And then I also got some of these bands. But so I think these are kind of cool too, because they have little messages on them, and this one just reminds me of like birthday cake and sprinkles. So there's that. And then I'm super excited. Look at my room, you guys. The not messy part that's over there still. But so I'm obsessed with wolves. In case you didn't know, they are my freaking spirit animal, and I absolutely love them. Look at this picture, it's so cool. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. So that is why I have this awesome fur thing on my neutral colored bed, because I'm basic. And I'm super excited about this. This just came in the mail today. And so guys, if you don't know this, let me give you a life lesson real quick. Mindset is so important for everything that you do. Like, what you believe and how you perceive things makes such a big difference on your motivation, like the effort that you put in, like you're happy, like everything, it's so important. So I've wanted to get these for a while now, but I just never got around to buying them. So this is the book Grit, and I'm so excited to read this, and also the Daily Stoic. So I am super excited about that, to read on this prep, because my morning routine is really important to me, because how I start off the day makes such a big difference on how I perceive the rest of the day. I also have these things. This is this little box thing that I got from Target. I have no idea if it's called anything, but they're from Target, kind of by the gift cards in that fun section thing. And so it just has a bunch of these little cards, and they have all these quotes on them. And I think they're super cute, and they're super nice to just motivate yourself. So those are some of the little mindset things that I got, because prep gets hard, and it's important to keep perspective and stay intentional. And, you know, when you're feeling like death sometimes, because, you know, like, especially when you're not just prepping, like myself, and I'm sure many other people who compete, you know, you have work, you have school, you have everything. So when you're doing multiple things at once, and your life is crazy, and you know, you have to prep, so your meals have to be on point, your sleep has to be, you know, dialed in, like your stress levels can't be too high. Like, that's what those things are for. So all of that is just so important, and life is hard. And when you're exhausted and, you know, you're hungry or whatever, like, it can be really easy, especially if you're not in the right, you don't have the right mentality. It can be super easy to just let your ambitions kind of slip, and so that's important. That is why we have those things. Just Look at it, it's gorgeous. I love it. It's so good, guys, and it has no calories, and it's in this cute little mug, and I absolutely love it. And this is by this brand called Coffee Over Cardio, and I just ordered a bunch of their coffee and a shirt because I wanted to try it out because I'm obsessed with coffee. And I love some of their mugs, and this is one of them. So even though there's no coffee in here, we've got ambition, so it's fine. And right now I'm just doing homework and meal prepping and cleaning and all of that fun stuff because today is my rest day. So I'm doing that, and then later I'm gonna get a hydrofacial for the first time ever because I've never gotten one, and I think they sound really cool, and it just makes sense to me how they work. Like other facials, like chemical facials, really scare me and all that stuff. So we're gonna try that out. And as you can see, I do not have very perfect skin. I'm not wearing any makeup right now. So that's one of the reasons why. I mean, right now my skin's really flared up, but I do have some scarring because I did have some pretty bad cystic acne. I mean, I still do have acne, but it's not as much. It's much better than it used to be. Let's say it like that. So I'm doing that to help with all of that. So we'll see how that goes and if that's cool or not. So yeah, it's funny. When you look at me head on, my skin doesn't look that terrible. Look at me from the side and I have all these like scars and dark marks and stuff. But it's fine. It's no big deal. So that is what I am doing right now. And then I'll probably watch some Netflix because I don't really know what to do on my rest days. So besides meal prepping and doing all of that stuff. And just waiting back for check-ins from Coach. And then, yeah, let's talk about this real quick. Okay, so the scale. So I had a refeed a couple days ago and my weight jumped up, you know, decently high, which is normal to happen after a refeed because, you know, I was eating more carbs, I was probably having a little bit more sodium, so I was holding on to more water weight. And then there's just some other stuff that's made my weight kind of continue, like not continue to go up, but hold instead of drop back down. And so I just want to tell you guys that it's completely normal for that to happen. Like just because, so basically if the scale, if you know, eat something and then you weigh yourself the next day and your weight has jumped up a ton, I mean, if you haven't weighed yourself in months, then maybe you have gained or lost, just depending on what you were supposed to be doing. But like I weigh myself every single morning just because it doesn't really bother me. I've gotten to a point where I'm comfortable with the scale. Some people still struggle with that and that's not a good idea for them, and that's fine. But for me, I've gotten to the point where I don't associate that with like, you know, what I'm worth or if I'm healthy or unhealthy per se, because I don't know, I've gotten to that point where it just doesn't bother me mentally. But if, let's say you weigh one weight the night before, the day before, and then you weigh yourself in the morning and you've jumped up, let's just say 3 pounds, right? You did not magically gain 3 pounds of fat overnight, over a day. It doesn't happen like that, not that quickly. I mean, unless maybe there's some crazy condition that exists that I don't know about, but I feel like if you had that, you would know, and then this doesn't really apply to you. But for the majority of the population, that doesn't happen. It's water weight. It's not, you don't just magically gain that. It's not like you smell a cookie and then all of a sudden you gain 3 pounds. Like that's the joke that some people make, but that's not actually how it works. It's not something that you have to worry about. So don't let that stress you out. Don't make that cause you to overexert yourself in order to try to compensate for that, because it's going to accomplish the opposite. Because the more stressed that you are, the more likely that your body is going to hold on to water, and it's not going to want to, you know, move per se. I'm trying to think of the words to say it, because your body, when you're stressed out, your body is trying to save you. It's just like, okay, you know, we're not in a good place. All your systems start freaking out because you're basically in that fight or flight response kind of thing going on in your system, and your body is trying to help you because you're stressed out. And you know, that's good in acute situations, but chronically it's really terrible for you. It's so bad. But so don't let that affect you as much as it might. It doesn't mean that you're worthless. It doesn't mean that you messed up. It doesn't mean that you have failed, like, at all. Not even a little bit. It doesn't mean that you should give up on your fitness goals or whatever just because you have gained 3 pounds. Like with my weight, with refeeds, like I said, it'll go up, it'll go back down. And it's completely fine. It's, like I said, I'm just kind of saying the same thing over again, but I really want to stress that the scale does not define you. It does not tell you that you have messed up. You know, if you eat a donut and you never eat, and you don't normally eat donuts, or you eat more carbs than normal, or you have higher, you know, foods with higher salt content than normal, your fluid balance is going to be off. And that is completely okay. And it's nothing to freak out about. You're gonna live, you're gonna get back to normal. It just takes a couple days, so don't freak out, and it's gonna be okay, right? Because like I said, if you freak out over it, it's not going to help you. If anything, it could cause you to kind of hold on to more water longer, or be more bloated, because stress messes with your digestive system, which is not fun. And yeah, so just keep that in mind. Stay positive, love yourselves, and that is my tiny rant of the day at 13 weeks out. So yeah, I'm gonna go do homework, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.